a live Q&A there for anyone who's watching who wants to fire some fitness related or nutrition related questions my way. They will all be answered to the best of my ability. I'm in the process of keeping an eye on my two beautiful children who are wreaking havoc, so the camera may shake at times as I try to maintain control of the Hazard household. I've got the clan running wild here. I've got the wee man. The wee man gone absolutely crazy, and his sister is watching the TV. So feel free to fire any questions my way via the live chat, and we will roll. So, just some background, Burpees related. My Burpees journey started around about April or May as a result of the lockdown and limited equipment. And it was the best move I made in my training life. It allowed me to train harder than ever before, and it also allowed me to experience results like I had never ever experienced before. And it also allowed me to train while I was watching the kids, which is a bonus, and it's something you really can't do with weights, particularly when they're this age. That's too difficult, possibly too dangerous with weights and stuff like that flying about. You can't do much clanging and banging when you've got the kids in the house. So hopefully some people will jump aboard and ask some questions. Is that right, wee man? Okay, so this is Rory, and one day Rory will join me on my Burpee journey. I will be taking the Joe Hattai approach to raising my children and making sure they do 100, 150 burpees a day. Throw some squats in there as well, eh, wee man? Eh, wee man. Okie doke. So, we're 2 minutes in and we have yet to receive a question. So, I will just talk. So, burpees. What is my favourite burpee? My favourite burpee is probably a 2-3 pump. I think they just kind of get a wee tiny mix of muscle building in there, particularly as you get to the high numbers. And they also have that cardio output as well, so you get the best of both worlds. But for the naysayers and the detractors, 2 and 3 pumps aren't going to make you look like Dorian Yates, but they will induce some muscle growth. Probably not as optimal as, say, a set of 20 rep squats or a chest or a shoulders day, but they will induce some new lean tissue growth. Burpees as well, they're a vehicle to allow you to work super hard. And that's a very important premise that I've expanded upon in a good few videos, is finding your vehicle which allows you to work hard. You need to find that vehicle. All roads lead to Rome, and you need to find your road. Burpees for me was my road. That was the road to hard work. I couldn't facilitate hard work through any other endeavour. Maybe at one point in my life when I was road cycling. But anything else, weights particularly, I just found it hard. I found it difficult to work as hard as I should have to experience the results that I demanded. Is that right, little man? Is that right, Ola? So, 5 minutes in and we have yet to receive a question. So, I am not a weights or a bodybuilding hater. I respect any endeavour which allows people to bust ass and get results. Rory is super handsome. Rory is probably the most handsome boy in the world. And it's very, very nice that the first question I received is from my gorgeous wife. Thank you, Michaela. So yeah, burpees are my mode of transport. However, if weights or lifting is yours, then all the power to you. So, Rory, what are you thinking of the live Q&A so far? He's too interested in Blippi. His sister's watching Blippi. So we are now 5 minutes in, and the only question I have received is from my wife, Michaela. Okay, so I have been patched, as they say in Glasgow, for Paddington Pear. And here he comes back. So yeah. Ask me some questions, please. People, come on. Let's go here. Let's go there. This live format's not going as well as I thought it would. Maybe I need to wait until the Americans are up out their beds before I can utilise this powerful format. So as you can see, Rory's taking over talking duties, and he's got a lot to say. So that's Rory's first freeway is a Paddington Bear, and this is his avenue for hard work. He works hard throwing that doll about. Eh? Yeah. So we're at 2 viewers, 3 viewers now. Hopefully a momentum builds and we can get some questions rolling. This has been quite haphazard, but there you go. So Rory, what do you think of your dad doing burpees? Ola, what do you think of your dad doing burpees? Good. Do you think he works hard when he's doing the burpees? How hard does he work? Does it work good? Can you show me you do a burpee? Show me you do a burpee. 1. Do another one. 2. Give me another one. 3. Well done. So that was all our burpees. Are you coming in now? Alright, so I'm explaining to people how burpees work and how they're very great for your body, and I'm waiting for questions to get answered.
And take a picture.
You can't take a picture.
Let's do them.
I'm trying to wait for people to ask me questions.
Listen.
Questions?
Oh.
I don't think they're going to ask any questions.
I can't do I eat my dinner. Like a big girl.
You ate your dinner like a big girl? What did you have?
Tatty scones.
Tatty scones, a well-known Scottish instrument. And what else did you have after that?
Juice.
And what else did you have after your juice?
Biscuits.
A wee biscuit?
Yay.
A wee cheeky biscuit?
Yay.
Okay, so as you can see, Ola has experienced her burpee fuel for today.
Yay.
And she is going to bust out a set of 10 burpees. You're going to do 10 burpees? Okay, doke. So the wee man's decided to vacate the premises and go into the kitchen. Okay, Ola, give me 10 burpees. Go. 1. There you go. Burpees running the family. Alright, so I'll wait till about 12 minutes. If I don't get any questions then I'm going to consider I'll just sack this. We can edit it at some point if we do get some questions. Is that right, Ola?
Yay.
Yay. You want to say hello?
Hello.
Hello. Talk about burpees, Ola. Tell me what
Took up burpees.
Do you like burpees?
Yay.
Do you like exercising?
Yay.
What's your favourite exercise?
Burpees.
Burpees are your favourite exercise?
Yay.
Are they your favourites?
Yay.
How many burpees have you done?
2.
You done 2? Have you done 2? You going to do it?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you going to do any more today?
Yay.
Yes, that's good, isn't it? Mwah.
I got pink. I got the pink.
Yeah, you got the pink. Is that your pink burpee socks?
No,
Alright
that's
guys,
pink.
what's up? We've got a question from Larry Bird. What's up? Nothing, Larry, just waiting for some fitness related questions to get us live Q&A. up and running. I've got my daughter invading the transmission. Maybe she can answer some Burpee related questions. Yay. So yeah.
What is my friend?
Oh, he's eating your crisps.
That's naughty.
That's naughty, isn't it? Okay. Right, so we've got 4 of you. Oh, right, so the viewers are starting to climb up a wee bit, Ola.
Yay.
The viewers are one's left us straight away. Okay.
Spider-Man right up there.
What workout you planning on doing today, Lee? Dean Fillery? The workout, I've already worked out. I've already done 350 burpees just to find a pace for my charity thing on New Year's Day. Just trying to get used to a technique and a flow that's going to be easy on the shoulders and chest that will allow me to just get the pumps in with ease and minimise the intensity on my body so I can get to those high numbers with relative ease. So that's the workout I've done so far. Maybe I'll get one done tonight when the kids are in bed. I've got one planned. I found that the multi-pumps have been a big help. I've been focusing on 2+ pumps and so forth, and that's helped. Okay, second question, Larry Bird. You do one workout a day or multiple, and what times? That's a really good question. That's a really good question, Larry. Initially, when I first started training, I only ever did one workout because I felt, well, like, what's the point of doing it anymore? I need to recover because if I don't recover, I won't experience the results I'm looking for. However, when becoming a father transpired, then I had to completely readjust my training regime. And what I found was that short training sessions, like take one 90-minute training session you would do in the gym, break up into 3 half-hour ones throughout the day, allowed me to focus with intensity. And I experience better results. So I go for the multiple training approach on a daily basis. Okay, a question appeared, but I've missed it. Dean Fillery, would you be so kind to ask that question again? Because I do not know how to get it back up and running on the live chat feature. Because this live caper is new to me.
And so protein that eat to cat and spaghetti and tatty scones.
Right, so all like spaghetti and tatty scones. So apologies, can I get that back, that question? Okay, nope. I don't know how this works. So, Dean, can you please ask that question again, my man?
I just want you to that, buddy.
Hold on, what's your brother? Your brother's put his crisps in the bin.
And my mama sang soup.
Yeah, so to go back to my question with Larry Bird until if hopefully Dean answers, ask that question again. No worries, mate. The question was, what workout you doing today? Yeah, I'm sure I just answered that. Okay, I've already did 350 burpees. I was trying to establish a pace and a good technique to allow me to kind of set the agenda with regards to achieving 2,500 burpees in the one day. So that session, it wasn't focused on intensity, it was just one pumps, but it was just finding that technique, finding that pump style which would be easy in the shoulders and allow me to tolerate the volume that I'm going to encounter on New Year's Day. So yeah, that's the first workout of the day. Possibly another one tonight if I've got any time. At the same time, I'm trying to factor in the workload in anticipation. I plan to take 2 days off before just to allow the muscles to super compensate and recover quickly so that I can attack this session, because I know it's going to destroy me. I know it's going to completely take it out of me and I won't be doing burpees for a couple of days afterwards. I found this to be the case when I did 1,000 about 2 weeks ago. That was the second time I've ever achieved 1,000 burpees, and I was absolutely on my back for a day or two, mentally particularly. It's hard to motivate yourself to do burpees when you do insanely high numbers, in my opinion, because sometimes you get a high, it's like, where do you go if you're doing that amount of burpees? Can you go back to doing 101 pumps? You should, but mentally that's a hurdle. That's a hurdle that you need to take on board and try and work through. So hopefully that answers your question, Dean. So I've had to stand up now because the kids are just climbing all over me. Okay, doc, so we get any more questions which I'll be glad to answer? How long do you think it will take for the 2,500 league game plan? Right, good question. I think it will take in the region of 45 hours. I performed 1,000 and it took around, thanks Larry, I took around an hour and 35 to an hour and 39 minutes. I will not be able to achieve that pace over the duration of 2,500. Things will start to slow down, as you already know. So the game plan in my head is I'm going to go for 10 sets of 100 to start off. Although they won't be unbroken sets, I plan to do 10 reps, quick jog in the spot or a rest, 10 reps. One round will be 100. 10 of them out of the way, that's the 1,000 done. At that point, I'll be dying, then I'll reduce the volume. I'll reduce the volume of the sets. So we'll then go for 20 sets of 50. So we'll try to make it more mentally tolerable at that point. And once I get to the 2,000 mark, I'll probably go for 20 sets of 25. I think that will be a good pace. But you know yourself, you go into these sessions with the best intentions and things don't always go according to plan. You need to work on the fly and think on the spot and just change it up and go with the flow. I'll also be in the house as well, so there'll be family stuff going on around about me, so that's going to cause like some things to like issues which might crop up and I'll have to stop to do things. But the 2,500 will be getting done as short a time as I can do possible. Thanks very much to Jib. I just seen your message. It's hard to keep going with this live format because the questions just appear for a couple of seconds on your screen and disappear. So hopefully that is a good answer to your question, James. Yeah, it's. I'm not going to lie. I'm quite nervous about it because a lot of people have put money into the pot. What is the time you're going to start to Jib? The time I have in my head. The time I have in my head is probably around 12 o'clock. That'll give me time to start fuel up in the morning, get the kids settled, because my wife will have to be, she'll have to be on mum duties. And I'm going to perform it up in the Burpee den, because I feel like performing at the Burpee den has got some sentimental value, because a lot of my videos take place in that environment. And it's in the house. I was planning to do it in the gym, but coming home driving after that, I just don't face it. So I'm just at the point now where I'm trying to figure out strategies with regards to refueling. One for me, of course, mate. I'll do 100 for you, mate. I'll do 100. So, James Bruce, we're with you already, brother. I appreciate that, James. I really appreciate that. If you want, follow along. That would be greatly appreciated. Hopefully we're doing it via YouTube Live. It's a bit risky. YouTube Live is very risky, especially when there's kids running about. And upload issues, things like that. I've seen people do live and you can see they have trouble with the format, setting it up and what have you. So hopefully it all goes according to plan. But as you alluded to in the podcast, like Mike Tyson says, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. Everybody's got a plan until they do it. They get to 25 burpees and that plan always goes out the window. That plan always goes out the window. So apologies if you're struggling to make out what I'm saying here over the barrage of children. Okay, Larry Bird, mate, post the foundation, I will donate my bro. Okay, Larry, that would be greatly appreciated. If you look through my videos, you will find one which has the Just Giving link. I can't tell you it right now because I don't know it by heart, but if you type in Just Giving Lee Hazard, it might appear. If you type in Just Giving Lee Hazard, it might appear on Google. If not, go on to my videos and there's a one called Announcement 2,500 Charity Burpees. The Just Giving link is on there. So you'll find it on there. You can also find it on my Instagram page, which is Strong and Conditioned. It's in the bio link. So apologies for not giving you the link as of this moment, but that's the best I can do. But once, like I says, that donation is greatly appreciated. All the donations are greatly appreciated. This is for a great cause. It's for the NSPCC, which is a charity for victims of child abuse, vulnerable children, the people who need this money the most, because children are the most important human beings on the planet as we speak, because they're the future generations, so they should be loved and protected by the people who love them the most, their parents. So hopefully I get enough cash to roll in here and it makes the Burpees worthwhile. I'll put myself through a world of pain just to make sure these wee monsters get the cash. Okay, doke. So as you can hear, I've got some TV on the Burpee. Alright, so we're down to 6 viewers, right? So I've done well so far. We've got 20 minutes and I was about to vacate the premises at 12 minutes. I thought there was going to be no questions, but we seem to have had a slew of questions. So any more Burpee related questions, fitness related questions, even weights. I've still got a background in weights that people might want to tap into. A lot of knowledge in that field. Particularly the commenters who like to argue with me about Burpees not being conducive to muscle building. If they want to pipe in, that would be greatly appreciated. So what time we are? We are at 12:21. Agreedly, and I agree, tone shades. Listen, James, like, don't take that offensively, mate. I was only talking about people with the tools at their disposal, and you know yourself where I was coming from. But I'm an honest guy, I'm just putting it out there. We all bring something different to the table. Although I don't think Tone was too appreciative of that comment. I think he misinterpreted it and assumed I was throwing shade at him, which was not the case. I would never throw shade at anyone. Alright, Larry, bro, last question. Any way to deal with shoulder pain when doing push-ups, burpees? Okay, right, so there's 2 ways to deal with this, right? The first one is probably the most important, is to accept there's something going on and just stop doing what you're doing at that point and allow Mother Nature to take its course, i.e. recover. A couple of days might help things. I tend to find that a lot of us try to work through the pain, which is not really conducive to recovering and healing, because we're trying to scratch that itch in our head. So that's the first protocol. If it's hurting with every burpee, then stop. Just admit defeat and let yourself nourish and just replenish and hopefully recover. However, number 2, when I experience shoulder pain, I'm actually experiencing shoulder pain as we speak while doing the burpees. And what I tend to find is a great solution is changing hand position. Either inverting the hands inwards, outwards, changing width, going for wide, going for narrow, James Bruce style. That's what I tend to find helps with shoulder pain. You need to find your hand positioning. Also, another thing, and this is a tip, and this is something that I've been doing in my videos with the multi-pumps. A lot of people, they stick to the same hand position throughout the pumps, which is good, which is great for them. However, a wee sort of, I wouldn't call it a cheat, but a wee hack is change your hand position throughout the reps. Like, do a set wide, do a set narrow, do a set medium. That's going to hit your like pushing muscles from like a lot of angles, put them under strain, under different angles and so forth. So that will probably be beneficial in the long run and take away the pain. Okay, how are your wrists with the high volume? Any specific wrist flex? Listen, I don't stretch. I do not stretch. I don't even warm up. And this flies in the face to what things like Iron Wolf and co tell you. But I do not warm up. I've never warmed up in my life. I just go straight into it. My warm up is running after 2 children. That's a warm up. And I always think to myself, like you never see a tiger warming up before it sprints and eats a zebra. So why should we warm up? But a lot of people disagree with that. However, right, what I'm going to say is my wrist wraps, just get wrist wraps. They are so vital. They just provide that stability, and that's what helps me because I get big wrist problems. I get massive wrist problems if I don't use wraps. So get the wraps in, man. They are so vital. However, another protocol is when you're doing the push-up and you're on the ground, put your hands like that, okay? Get the fingers up. Instead of flattening, ram the fingers up. That alleviates wrist pain, in my opinion. And I use that technique quite a lot. Get the wrists, the fingers up when they're on the floor. So hopefully that answers your question, Gareth. Okie doke. You saying okie doke? Alright guys, listen man, thanks for the questions so far. I've really enjoyed answering them. What do you mean, G? Alright, so we're all asking each other questions, alright. Hey, fair enough, we're encouraging discussion. That's what it's all about, encouraging discussion. So yeah, wrist wraps, they're so vital. I know Joe Hotai's got a problem with wrist wraps. I know he likes to get a wee dig in there because he's so manly. He doesn't need anything. But I would always say get wrist wraps. You don't want, if your wrists are getting messed up during burpees, then if you continue to work through that pain, you won't be doing burpees. You will not be doing burpees. You will be in a lot of pain. Yeah, using the Ratman shears, good tip in the hand position. Not a problem at all, mate. Not a problem at all, mate. It's always about getting people focusing on the clean reps, super technique, super form. And do you know what? That's something I want to allude to as well. Technique, reps. Your reps need to be clean and crisp. They need to be clean and crisp at all times. So I see a lot of videos where it's a half rep. It's a half rep coming up or it's a half rep coming down. Chests aren't touching the floor. And there's no lockout. Right, if you want to go down that route and it's going to help you achieve a clean rep, ultimately, that's fair enough. But can you just get out of the kitchen, please? Thank you very much. But you need to make the reps clean. You need to get the reps clean. You need to lock out at the end and come down and hit that chest. And listen, letting that chest hit the floor is actually going to take some pressure off the shoulders, which is good for the high volume. Now, if you want to look at it for a muscle building capacity with burpees, you want to keep tension on the muscle throughout. You want to keep that level of tension on the muscle all the way through. Hold on, this is chaos in here. Right, guys. Look, who's out there? Who's out there? Postman. No, the postman's not there, he's away. Right, okay, so you want to keep maintain tension on the muscle. Okay, but you still want to get that full range of motion. That's going to also induce muscle growth. However, what you want to do is you want to get that wee bounce on the chest and take the tension off the muscle and just get that second break of like freedom of tension, and that's going to allow you to get the high numbers in there. And that's something I realised when I was doing the 500 Navy SEALs. That was a big help to me, was getting that chest right down to the ground. That is key. Thanks very much, Larry. I appreciate your input. I've never seen you comment on my page, so if you don't subscribe, please subscribe to the channel, buddy. Aye, no, totally, James. I never did it. Like, my push-up form has changed throughout the course of my journey. If you look at my videos, my form wasn't what it is now. But my thought, like, I need to get that chest to ground and get that lockout. I need to get that flow of technique. It helps me mentally and it keeps me locked in and focused. But technique... solid technique is going to improve performance in the long term. Solid technique will improve performance in the long run.
That one.
So,
that's a Christmas song.
Okay, Christmas songs. No Christmas anymore. Oh, right. So that's a tantrum. That's a tantrum. Oh, did you hear that? That's what happens when you have a daughter. Right, so anyway, right, this live Q&A, right? Oh, thanks very much, Larry. I really appreciate that, man. Comment more, mate. Get involved. Make your own channel. Make your own videos out there. You'll get support. S&C. With such luxurious golden barbarian locks, what's the secret for the silky beard with such intense? There is no secret. There is no secret. This beard gets dipped in a bath. It gets dipped in a bath and dipped out. I don't put beard oil in this beard. I don't groom. As you can see, my beard's wild. There's nothing. There's no grooming. There's nothing. I've not got time to groom. A groom to me is jumping in a bath for 2 seconds. That's my grooming. Like Clint Eastwood in High Plains Drifter or something like that. Enjoying a bath after a hard day's burpees. So there's no luxury with these locks. It's just hardcore beard growth. No products, not a bean. Oh, right, hope that answers your question. That's a good question, by the way. Lovely, lovely. Plot twist, the screams are actually CrossFit guys, Jack Force, in opinion. The Burpee it's a bone of contention with regards to technique. I agree with the warm up when I have lunch break, I walk straight to the gym and I have a loaded balance doing this for weeks. Right, weeks. Listen, man, people will argue with this, and I'm not going to argue with guys, but warm ups don't do it for me. Random one, but legs and lungs never feels to not be hard. Always good to one of indecisive in the day. Absolutely. The legs and lungs. Are you talking about the Spartan 100 challenge? That's destruction, Derby. That is brutality. I don't know what it is. That's the jump squats. James Brews will attest to that with his plyometrics based training. Jump squats. The 3 pump is the recovery. You never imagine 3 pumps to be a recovery during a challenge, but the jump squats are lung destroyers, lung and leg destroyers. I don't care what anybody says. That challenge took me by surprise. The challenge, like I've always said, was not the time. It was completing the challenge. Iron Wolf, legs, lungs. I mean, all right, I fair enough. That's a good. I've done that routine as well. I think I did that on holiday. Iron Brew's secret burpees. Iron Brew Extra, mate. Get it right. We drink Iron Brew Extra in the Hazard household. Busy Dad's Spartan attempt had me dying. Do you know what? I had me dying of laughter as well. And I know Burpees, I know Busy Dad will attest to this, but Burpees Dad, Busy Dad, his system is built around 2 core burpees where he invests the majority of his time. So I know that looking at that video, and I had a good laugh at it as well, you can see Burpee reality kick into Maxie's face because he was out his comfort zone. Now, I'm not insinuating that he's ever in a comfort zone. The guy posts brutal regimes. There's an intensity to Busy Dad that is not reflective of his actual personality, but the beast lurks within, and the Burpees bring that out in Busy Dad. But when he did the Spartan 100, in my opinion, he was out his comfort zone, and it was plain for all to see in video, and that's what makes him a better man for it. I'm actually laughing because I forgot all about that. But I love Burpee reality. Burpee reality is a thing. This is a thing. Burpee reality. So, case in point, there was a guy that comes into my work, a good friend of mine, and he was showing my videos to one of his friends, and his friend was obviously watching the burpees and thinking, there's no a jump in these burpees, so that looks easy, I'm going to do 500 of those. And they went to the park, and the guy get to 20, and he was on his back. He was hit with Burpee reality. It knocked him dead, which was hilarious because they come in with the chest puffed out and they think, I can do that. 10 burpees in, wipe out. 20 burpees in, get a defibrillator. 30, can somebody phone an ambulance? 40, blue lights appearing. Burpee reality is a thing. There was another Burpee reality video as well, which I looked to with my friend Fitness Throstle. It was a fitness guy, I'm not going to name him, but he issued a challenge, and in the challenge was 50 1 pumps, 50 squats, and 50 Navy SEALs. And when you look at the red line where the YouTube video appears, the squats and the he's got sexy legs. Oh, Max Edward pins are beautiful. But when you can see the red line at the bottom with the 1 pumps and the squats, but the Navy SEALs is just a big long red line, and you can see Burpee reality kick in that guy. I wonder if a few of us could video link with you for the 5,000. Probably, mate. I don't know. I do not know how it works at YouTube Live. Maybe it could. Maybe it couldn't. But I do not know. But listen, you're free to find out. I'm just still trying to master the live format myself. So, listen, that would be a great honour if people were to hop on the train and work in sync with me. That would be greatly appreciated, and I would be very proud of that. So, absolutely. All right, so we're 35 minutes in. This is actually turned out quite good. We're at 11 views now. I've enjoyed this. I might do this quite regularly, actually. So, yeah. Definitely, James. If you can figure out a way to do it in sync or tap in, breakfast prior to 2005. I won't be doing it fasted. I do a lot of my work fasted, but I won't be doing it. I'll probably have some porridge. I'll make a big bowl of porridge. I'm going to eat really well for the 2 days before. I want to get clean nutrients. I don't want to take any chances with eating crap. I've been eating a lot of sweeties over Christmas, but do you know what? I love sweeties. I'm not going to deny myself the pleasures in life. So, hi, Yudes, Mike 92. Hi, you inspire me to train. Thanks very much, Michael. Michael Tadini, I believe. Listen, Michael, it's a great pleasure. It's a great pleasure to motivate people to train. That's one of the best things of this community and having these platforms is that people watch your workouts and they feel motivated to do something themselves. And that is why a lot of us get into this, is to help others. My big thing is making sure people don't waste their time, particularly doing the stuff I did and no achieving results. I want people to get a return on their investment. I want them to increase their ROI. Alright, where's the remote control?
I don't know. It's not.
Alright, we've got a disaster in the house. The remote control's missing. Right, find the remote control, you. Oh, there it is there. Okay, doke. Thanks for that, Michael. Aye, so to go back to Burpees based breakfast, will just probably be porridge. Hey, best PR so far. Oh, that's how you doing, Whiplash? Best PR. Oh God, that's a hard one, man. That is a hard one. I don't know. That's a very tough, a very good question, but I don't really know. My best PR has probably been the 104 minutes 49. I think it was. That's probably my best PR. I've hit 540 minutes. I've hit. I don't know. I think my bet. I think I'll answer this question like this. Sorry, let's deviate from the actual original question. What was the hardest workout? What's the workout where they destroyed me mentally? It was 500 two pumps. That was pain. I don't know why. I assumed. Thanks very much, Larry. I really appreciate the compliments. 500 two pumps was brutal. I do not know why. That destroyed me. That was harder than 500 Navy SEALs. I think it came down to the fact that my pacing was off. And that's a thing that a lot of people need to take on board, is the pacing of the burpee is vital. A lot of people run into this game. They want to achieve high numbers. I know this because that was me. I seen the high numbers guys like Iron Wolf and Co were putting out, and I just wanted to get there. The key is pace. The key is not like shooting all your stuff in the start. You need to pace yourself, and this is something I have to be mindful of when I do the charity thing on Saturday. I need to be mindful of pacing. We on ourselves, we try to run into these burpees hard and fast at the start. That's the big mistake. That is a big mistake. The first few sets are the warm-ups. And you know yourself, if you're doing, like, say you're doing 250 burpees, when you hit 125, 200, you actually start feeling that warm-up effect kick in. You start to feel a bit more loose and limber, and you can start pumping out some serious output at that point. So pacing is the key. And to go back to Burpee Bandit's original question, the 502 pumps was probably the best PR because it was the hardest psychologically to get through. Within 100, I was dying, and I thought I need to grind. Your podcast with another guy really inspired me to start doing burpees. I've been doing it daily for a week, about 100 a day. I started using this for 10 minutes for pacing myself. Brilliant, thanks very much. I'm sure Joe would appreciate that as well. That is the point of the podcast, is to inspire and motivate and get people started on their burpee journey. We want as many people in this community as possible. We are at the start of a burgeoning scene. This is the start. This is getting bigger and bigger and bigger every day. The message is getting out there, and it's getting out there because people are passionate. They're very passionate about burpees. They're super passionate. And passion works. Passion sells. You don't have to be a salesman to sell something. You just have to be passionate. You speak with passion about something, people will buy in. Not everybody, but people will buy in. I've got so many people doing burpees. I've got them doing them in my gym. I've got friends doing them. And the reason why is because they see the results they've had in me and the passion that when I talk about them. He's talking about these burpees like, yeah, man, you need to do burpees. They're really good for you and stuff. You can see it in their faces. You can see it in their body language, how passionate they are. So I'm really glad that we've helped motivate you in your burpee journey. May it prosper. Grind it every day. Hit those numbers. Increase those numbers. Get higher numbers. Find your milestones. Attack them. Achieve them. And move on. Okie doke. This is insane in here. My daughter dancing. My wee man's climbing things. Only problem is I am losing passion for gym because... Yeah, and do you know what, Auntie? That's what happened with me. I lost passion for the gym. And do you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't mean it. I'll answer that in a minute, Burpees Bandit. There's nothing wrong with losing passions for the gym. It's a case in point. Like guys that want to do the bench press, I want to get a bench press at 100. They want to get a bench press for there. That's their goal, is to move a weight 2 foot. That's a goal. Like when you actually write it in paper, that's really dull. All right, somebody's goal, and I'll always support that. But it doesn't make sense to me. Burpees are fast. They're exciting. They're dynamic. Gym work is kind of stagnant. You're walking about. What do I use next? Oh, shall I do this? I'm sitting down for most of the session. The heart rate doesn't get elevated. You're only moving weight for A to B. When you start the burpee journey, the gym just kind of fades away, so do not bother about that. That's a good thing. I experienced that. I struggle to do weights now. Thanks, Spencer. I'll get back to that. Burpees Bandit. The format I've already explained to James is probably 10 sets of 100, 20 sets of 50, 20 sets of 25. That's the plan. But as we all know, plans don't always go to plan. So during the workout, things may change, and I may have to adapt and try to accommodate the volume and the pain. Burpees work your heart. That's when you find out who you are. Great question. Hello, Simon, by the way. That's a great statement. They do work your heart. They build either aerobic capacity or anaerobic capacity. They can be used to... Thank you to Jib. They can be used to achieve an aerobic effect, to build an aerobic base, you can slow down the pace of wind pumps and get the heart rate between 130 and 150. You can go above that and turn it into anaerobic. So it's a very versatile exercise in those domains. So, absolutely. Okay. So quick and fat, big onslaught of questions there. Hopefully I answered them all to the best of my ability. Burpees are the elixir of youth. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. A few more wrinkles are appearing in my eyes. I think the workload is actually aging me in some respects, but it keeps you fit like a youngster. I am fitter now than I ever was in my 20s. No question. But my mental capacity and my ability to endure mentally has changed throughout those years as well. When I was in my 20s, I would have probably had the physicality, but the mental endurance aspect wasn't there. The attention span wasn't there. That's something I've definitely developed as I've got older. However, to answer another question I got in a forum, how do you stop the voices in your head so that I can get the high numbers and so forth? You can't stop the voices in your head, but you need to just keep doing burpees. You need to keep doing them in a high volume, because you'll become better at the burpee, and that's what's going to soften the voices in your head. The confidence and the knowledge, knowing that you can achieve certain numbers, that'll temper the darkness. That is what gets us there. Repetition of effort, consistency, hard work over time. Me man's tired. He's taking his socks. Have a celebrate live stream, drink afterwards. Do you know what, James? I don't drink. I maybe have to have a drink. I am brew, mate. So you're more than welcome to join me, buddy. You're more than welcome to join me, right? So you're going to have to excuse me. I'm going to have to put the camera here while I put my son's socks back on, because he's been a wee monster. So absolutely. So the drink will be an Iron Brew Extra, or if I'm feeling particularly audacious, it might be a ginger beer. I like a ginger beer. So that's probably the nearest thing I'm going to get to an alcoholic drink. Where's your other sock? So, yeah. You keep your socks on, your mummy will go mad.
No, my call that.
So I'm waiting for my wife to come back from work, then we're going out for the day. So probably get another training session in tonight as well. So I don't know whether to upload this actual live session. It's been good to connect with people. However, I don't know whether to upload it. Maybe I should. In fact, I will actually, because that's the whole point of the channel. Being raw and authentic and just getting the output out there. So you'll have to excuse the first 10 minutes where not much was happening. It is what it is, man. But I'm going to go now because I've been on for 45 minutes and I need to get the house in tip-top condition. I need to get the house ready so that I can go out. So listen guys, I really appreciate the questions. They came thick and fast towards the end there. 6 count burpees with a squat jump chasers or Navy Seals chasers, and why 6 count? 6 count. Right, so that's a good question, right? I would go with 6 counts because, thanks Gareth, I would go with 6 counts because when you're adding squats in, you're keeping the heart rate elevated, and I think that's where 6 counts come into their own. They're a more cardio based burpee, so the squats complement them. They still complement the Navy Seals, but I look at Navy Seals as muscle builders because you know yourself, when you've hit 10 Navy Seals, when you've hit 10 Navy Seals, you know that the shoulder burn is insane and you're going to failure at that point. So I would say the squats complement the 6 counts better, but you can still use them. Like, no one's saying you can. It's beneficial for both. But yeah, listen, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to upload this. Appreciate this, bro. Thanks for the advice. Anytime, Larry, as I said before, feel free to add to the comments. I think particularly surprised seeing this, to be honest. I was surprised to do it, but like, you can do live once you've got so many subscribers, so these options open up from how often do you eat junk food? A few times during the week. I like a KFC. I think you're for East Bride, mate. I like to go up to East KFC in Kingsgate and get myself a wee mighty meal, a mighty bucket for one. I like a pizza as well. I like eating junk food. I love it. It's the best. And it provides us with a wee bit of relief. I couldn't envisage a life when I'm eating clean all the time. I need a bit of fun. I've got a family. We like to have fun with food at times. So you can't deny yourself the pleasures just because you've got a goal in mind. Don't get me wrong, as I get older, like, eating healthier becomes more... it becomes more important because my father died of stomach cancer, and that's something that's always in the back of my mind. Was that diet related? I don't know, but I feel that obviously food is the most important thing we consume. It dictates our quality of life, so it's probably better that we eat healthy as much of the time as possible. But I wouldn't inflict that upon my family, eating healthy, because you can get quite neurotic about that. Like, it's good to have a wee bit of fun. I think if you deny children a bit of junk food, they're going to go for it later in life, big time. So they may as well get used to it. I'm not saying feed them constantly, but let them enjoy the pleasures of life. Let them enjoy. So, listen, definitely, thanks very much for watching. Greatly appreciate it. I'll upload this and we'll see how it goes. But thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate all the questions. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate the fact that people are watching my workouts and commenting. It's a great honour. It's a great honour. I always felt I had content to offer the world, and Burpees has allowed me to do that. Other fitness modalities, not so much. I feel that the markets are crowded, but Burpees was something, it was a niche that allowed me to double down, and I'm enjoying the process. So thank you very much, everyone, for asking questions. Thanks, Spencer. Thank you. I really appreciate it. All the best. Take care.